Hey guys, it's Gina. We're going to walk through another layout today. I'm using the Clique Kit still, and I'm going to scrapbook these two photos of my kids having a sleepover in our living room. This is Madison tucked under there, and Sarah tucked here, and then you can't even really see Mason, but I promise you, you can see right there, that's his foot. He is all cuddled up under his blankets right there. So I'm going to scrapbook these two photos, and I want to use this very... I'm out of, these are the only, let me tell you this, these are the only two pieces of cardstock, or two pieces of pattern paper that I have left in the full 12 by 12, and this is the only piece of large scrap that I have from the kit. So I'm trying to make this work. I only want to use supplies from the kit. So I'm going to use this paper here, but I don't want these houses on the bottom. So what I'm going to do, and I don't want to use either side of this on the bottom either. So what I'm going to do, if this works, we're going to try it out and see if it works. I'm going to get my trimmer. I'm trying to force myself to use this trimmer. And I did a review on this trimmer and noted what my problems were with it. And one of the people who watched the videos suggested using a metal ruler to hold the paper down. So I pulled out a magnetic ruler. The problem is this part here, it's some kind of, I don't know if it's plastic. I mean, it feels like metal to me, but the magnet doesn't stick to it. So maybe it's steel or something that magnets don't stick to. I'm not sure. It's not plastic. Maybe it's aluminum. But the ruler will stick to this part right here. So we're going to try that out. So what I want to do is cut this paper. I don't want to take the border strip off because I'm going to use that as the pasting piece that will go here to make this 12 by 12 again. So I'm going to lay this down. I want to keep that gray stripe. So let's see. Turn those lights off. Turn them back on. They're not helping me at all. Probably because my studio lights. So then I'm going to lay this ruler down and see if this helps. I have this all squared up here using the grid lines. I'm going to put this metal ruler down. Yeah, that actually works pretty well. Okay. Thank you very much, whoever left that suggestion. I'm going to keep that ruler out. I wish it did stick to something though, so I could store it right there with the paper. But anyway. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this part be the bottom of this layout. So it's going to look like this. So this strip here of this pink I don't want seen, but I'm going to use that strip to add my adhesive. And I'm going to put adhesive straight down the whole thing here. And I'll get this trimmer out of the way in 1 second. I don't want to get this together. And then I'm going to line this up as straight as possible. Don't want to see any of that pink. Pink is not a good color on this layout. Okay. Hey. Alright, I just have to pull it down just a little bit. I was a little bit off down there. Now I've put this back together, this piece of 12 by 12, this piece of paper. I don't have the houses anymore. I do love this house paper, but I sacrificed it in the kit because I have another sheet of it just in my regular collection pack. So now I'm back to a 12 by 12 piece of paper that will work. Get rid of this paper trimmer. Okay, then, like I said, we're going to scrapbook these two photos. I made this embellishment. It's a mess. So this was a die cut. The white cardstock here was a die cut that came with the kit. You had to cut it out. They sent you the files and came in the kit. And I had the thought, this is thicker. This is the package the thickers came in. This is the thicker packaging that these, there we go. So I just cut the thicker packaging off, because I didn't want, like I said, I wanted to use everything that was in the kit. I didn't want to use anything outside the kit. So I used the thicker packaging to make this little envelope that holds these sequins that came in the kit, because I have the hardest time getting rid of sequins, and I don't want that many, you know, I don't want sequins left over. So I wanted to find a way to use the most of them, and I've made a mess of this sewing, but I've noticed that if I cover up like 1/3 or 1/4 of that, it doesn't look so bad, like the sewing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this down with staples. I'm going to use my tiny attacher, and I'm going to attach this to my layout. And I'm just going to do, and I've run out of staples again. Oh boy, I thought they were in there, but they're not. Maybe they're in the second drawer. Yeah, here they are. I still haven't gotten around to labeling all these drawers, but I'm more interested in crafting than organizing right now. I go in cycles like that. Like sometimes I'll be all into organizing, and then sometimes I don't want to organize. I just want to create. Ow. So, here we go. Put those in there. Alright. Put that all back together. And because you will see these staples, I'm going to add 3 in a row here just to, there we go. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that, but you will see them, so I don't want to put them in any sort of haphazard way. And then I want one right here, kind of in the middle. There we go. So now that's all down. I'm not going to adhere it on this side. Oh, I can adhere it on that side with some adhesive, actually. So let me just run some adhesive up that way. And now we have that all down and stuck to the cardstock, to the background paper. I was going to just fill this and not do these sewing lines in between, but then I discovered that the sequins move all around, and I didn't like that, so I had to sew them to give them so that each spot had sequins showing, and like even like this space here didn't have any, so it's going to move around a bit and be kind of annoying like that. My photos have to go up on dimensional adhesive on this side. I'm just trying to figure out now if I want to cut them down a bit. So I don't want them to extend past that cardstock, so maybe I don't want to cut them down as so much as I want to come over there. So much as I want to overlap them. So, as we know, Mason, maybe if I keep them, no, because then I'm looking at the ugly sewing. Mason's all right here, so it's not like that's going to be an issue to overlap his photo a bit with the other one. Nope. So I'm going to put, let's see, I'm going to put Mason's down first, and I'm going to use my foam adhesive, and I want to just see how far the foam adhesive has to go over. So I'm going to turn the photo over, get myself a pencil, and I'm just going to mark how far over the foam adhesive has to go. Oh, I love cheap Target pencils. Anyway, they were gold. I had to have them, but they don't work very well. So I will put foam adhesive from there. Where are my scissors? I'm trying to keep my scissors separate. Like these I'm trying to keep for paper, these for messy whatever, and then these for fabric. So I'm really trying to keep my scissors, like not use one pair of scissors for everything. We'll see how that goes. Alright, another layer here. You guys know how I am about my foam adhesive. We gotta put it everywhere. Don't want anything collapsing while they're in the book. So here we go. I'm glad I remembered to put it on the right side. So that's good. So then I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. I don't want to put adhesive where it's going to overlap with Mason's photo. So I want to start, well, I might have to actually. I should have put it, oh, it's pretty good. It's fine. I'm thinking out loud. So let's see, this one goes this way, so. Alright. So the adhesive has to end. I need a thing that's going to mark on the back of these pictures. So the adhesive has to end there. Alright. So we'll just go through the same process, but not all the way to the top because it's going to overlap with Mason's photo. So I don't want to, I don't want to have 2 layers of foam adhesive in one place. And Mason's, I put it all the way to the bottom edge of his, so it'll catch this one too. So. When I'm using this kit, the Clique Kit, because it's all Amy Tangerine paper, it's going to be, and all my titles are going to be the same, because remember there were no alphas in this set. There were only these things here. So, and I'm scrapbooking these pictures, they're all from the same event, so they're all from the same weekend, so I'm okay with the fact that they're all going to look pretty similar. So, now we have Mason here, we have the girls here. Wonderful. So I'm going to put a strip of adhesive down here. There we go. I'm learning that I really like this runner. I may have to, I just ordered some refills for it. You know what I do that annoys me? I have the trash can sitting right next to me, and I lay all this stuff down on my work surface. It makes me crazy. Like, why do I do that? So I want to lay this down, but I want to get it as far to the left as I can, which is going to be about right there. I want to make sure it's straight as much as possible. It's not straight. Foam adhesive is pretty forgiving at first, and then it gets a little bit more non-forgiving after that. Let me turn it over so I can see this band of gray here, because I want to make sure the band of gray is the same straight through. So there we go. And the foam adhesive is a little bit higher than this cut, so the photo is dipping a bit, but that's okay. And then we're going to overlap the girls here. Like this. And I want to line them up with Mason. Alright, there we go. So now my photos are down, and then this side of my embellishing is down. And I bet you I put that foam adhesive. Yes, I did. Okay. Well, this smile card needs to tuck under here. So let me put some adhesive on it. And we're going to tuck it under here. And smile doesn't really work for this layout, except for in the journaling it will make sense. Okay, and then I have this die cut that says "Remember This Forever." That would really be covering, I mean, like, what would be the point of that then? But I might be okay with that. I'm going to let that one sit right there for a second and see what I think about that, because I really like that there. This is the main like little journaling card that I wanted to use on this layout, because it says "Rise and Shine, Morning Glory." Hey guys, I'm back. It's the next day. When Stu called, he actually was coming home from jury duty, so we went out to lunch and stuff. So I'm back to this, and I don't quite remember where I was or what I was doing. So we'll have to sort it out. I think I was going to ink around the edges of this card, and I'm using black soot distress ink to do that. because it's going to sit on this white background, so I want to make sure that it stands out a bit. So I'm going to do that. And then that's going to lay. Now it's the next day. This adhesive is really not. Ooh. Don't lay the inked card down on your white cardstock. Don't know if this adhesive is going to give now. Yeah, this is going to be, I've just wrinkled the picture. This is going to be kind of a mess. Here, we'll just throw that in there like that. That's good enough. Oh, if I had put adhesive on it, I could have thrown it in there like that. Let's just throw some of that down there. There we go. That's how that's going to go. Now, what do I... Oh, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. The problem with this card is that the arrows are facing the wrong way. But I wonder if I could take a circle punch. I don't think this one's going to be big enough. No. Alright. I hate my 2-inch circle punch. I hate it. I need a new one. This is my 2-inch circle punch. Oh, I hate this punch. It's terrible. I should pull out my Martha Stewart circle cutter and do it like that, but that's okay, because this... Oh, darn, and that's the right size, too. I hate this punch. Okay, I gotta stand up for this. I really need to buy another 2-inch circle punch. Every time I go to... Okay, let me do this first. Alright. Yeah, it didn't go all the way. This punch is terrible. Okay. Sometimes it's not worth it to buy cheap stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, it came out okay. I'm going to ink the edges anyway, so it doesn't matter that it's a little bit... I got a little bit of that black ink around here. I really wanted to use this on this layout, but I didn't want the arrows to face off the page, so I think I'm going to throw that up there. I'm going to put that on dimensional adhesive. And then I think we're going to be pretty much done with the embellishing of this. I think I'm just going to need to add a title. And the title I'm getting out of this stuff here. Let me put the adhesive on this thing. Get that put down. Since I'm limiting myself to the stuff that's in the kit, this is a very easy kind of layout because there aren't that many embellishments left that I have. Oh, I do have those things. Oh, never mind. See, this is how I scrapbook. I'm like, oh. And you guys are invited into the world of my scrapbooking. I should have used the Stampin' Up! Adhesive. I prefer that on circles, but this will be fine. There were some other things included in the kit that I wanted to include on this layout, so we'll pull them out, but I'm going to put this right here. Oh, that side's already on dimensional adhesive. This is what happens when you get interrupted in the middle of a layout and you forget everything that's going on. That side's already on dimensional adhesive, so I've got to pull this all back up. And then chop this all off. There we go. There we are. I'm going to hold those little pieces of foam because I could probably use them for something else in a little bit. Okay, so these are the embellishments that I have left. I kind of like this arrow. I just don't think... I don't know where I would put it now. Maybe... Maybe right there. That actually looks kind of nice. And then I have this little star that I thought that I could use somewhere here. I'm going to actually just take it off its wire and just use the star. So I need my blue dots. Here they are. him right here. And I'm just going to take a little bit of, I wonder if my glossy accents is working today. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's not going to work today. I need to actually pull out the new bottle of this because this one is not working so well anymore. So I'll just use my quick dry adhesive on this acrylic shape here. If that will work. Oh my lord, what's happening? They're all clogged. Alright, tried and true, Tombow Mono. I don't want it to bleed out, so I just want to put a little bit on here. There we go. Then I'm just going to lay this down back in that space. There we go. And that's going to embellish. I mean, that's about it. I mean, I have these little, they're just the wrong color. Maybe the green ones will look better. Although there's no other green on this layout whatsoever. No, I think we're just going to forego that. Maybe we can add a couple of these sequins. Maybe just one. Here's another one in that color, I think. And that's the more blue. Maybe just that one will work. Just trying to put these sequins in to kind of pull the colors from this side of the layout to the other side. They're intimated on this card here, but I just want to add a little bit more of embellishment right in this little pocket here so that I can pull those colors from that one side of the card to the one side of the layout to the other. So I think that about does that. So then we're going to just figure out where we're going to put our title. And our title is going to be Here We Go. I'm going to try to fit that up there in that space somehow. I don't want it to, I don't want the edge of that card to be seen through the letters though, so maybe I'll put Go here. The only problem with that, it's going to create this awkward space here, so let me see what we can do. I may just have to deal with the fact that that's going to come through. There we go. And I'm thinking about adding the To Be Continued down here. I think I may add some more sequins up in that area, but I think I'm going to add this To Be Continued down in this space. So I don't know when else I would use these words, and it does tie into the journaling about how waking them up is always kind of an issue. just put the continued here. B. There we go. I kind of like how that looks. And now I need to figure out how I'm going to do my journaling on this page. Maybe I'll do my journaling down here. I don't know about this, but it's too late now. We gotta go with it. This was not one of my best ideas to put that journaling down there, but there's really nowhere else to put it. And I honestly don't think I'm going to put the sequins up there. I'm going to just call this one done. And that will be layout number 5 from the kit, I think. I'm not going to get many layouts out of this kit, I don't think. I'm going to have to count them up. I don't remember. But in the next video about this kit, I will let you know for sure how many layouts came out of this so far. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.